Because at first I wasn't getting pregnant. He was nothing in me. We were trying. Because at first I was getting pregnant and then I aborted and shit. Ooh.
You did that a lot?
3 times. With him. 3 times. With him. 3 times. With him.
So welcome back to Kim's account, and I am Kim, and here I give my account, my testimony, my opinion on current any and all events that I deem necessary. I just would like to say thank you for all the new ones that's coming in. Thank you for my true G's that have been here from the beginning. As y'all coming in, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit the share button. I like to pause for a second. This is again my disclaimer that this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Most of this will be classified as alleged, and some is not. And if you're at use, read in my description box. Again, I get my account. If you don't want to hear me talk on my channel, please go find it somewhere else. All my day ones, my trilogy, you know I'm not talking about y'all. And I know all my new subscribers is coming that mean the channel well. That means the community well. I appreciate you guys and welcome. Without further ado, let's get into this one. Oh, and shout out to my new subscribers. I just received 66 new subscribers in the last 2 weeks, and I do want to appreciate you guys and take a moment and say you're the reason why I do this. Your opinion matters. So if you ever feel the need to leave a comment, let me know how you feel. Please do it in the comment section. I'm gonna say this now for the final time. If you guys don't have anything respectful, kind, or informative to say, then please don't say anything at all. If this happens to reach you later on and you realize, hey, maybe it sounds like it's, or if you're coming in late, just be quiet. You know, like you're coming in late. If you haven't seen the rest of the video, you haven't seen the rest of my opinion, you don't have this stand. Please just sit back and respect, okay?
Like, oh my God, fuck. What? Because at first I wasn't getting pregnant. He was nothing in me. We were trying. Because at first I was getting pregnant and then I aborted and shit. Ooh.
You did that a lot?
3 times with him. So I was just like, all right, we're not ready. All right, you don't want it. All right, cool. Then got to a point where we was like,
Planned Parenthood, which has moved to fulfill its founders' goals, helped greatly by the Supreme Court decision in Roe versus Wade.
Under the veil of secrecy and deception, 60 plus million babies have not been born because they were aborted legally since 1973.
That's a large number, guys. And Chrisean Rocks gave 3 of her children. She said she had 3 abortions with the rapper Blueface, 3 of them. And yeah, let's continue to get into this.
1/3 of that population belong to the African American community.
A frightening and telling number, given Blacks make up only 13% of the U.S. population. Dan Gaynor of the Media Research Center says that Sanger's true mission remains alive and well throughout today's abortion industry.
So I just want to say this. I have nothing against the women who are rape victims or molestation victims or something like that, where it is a need, like a medical need, to remove a fetus from your body. My thing I don't understand is how that's not her situation. And she used abortion as a form of birth control. Ladies, emergency contraceptive is not birth control. Abortion is not birth control. We're grown. If you're in the middle of the act, you know what you're doing. Babies come from that way, okay? Let's go back to high school. You guys missed it. 2 people at the age of puberty coming together in an actual way, you know, is going to produce a baby. Sex is made for reproduction, not pleasure. We got to get back to that. I have a real problem because she said she had 3 abortions, and almost a million people, 100K would like it. It's frightening. That's very frightening.
I mean, it's still like, Lord, can I get a baby? Like, I'm not gonna kill this one. So then I got pregnant, but in the midst of me getting pregnant, we're beefing and shit. I don't know. We're going through stuff like, that's not even my baby. I don't want no baby with you no more.
Bitches is runners.
She tests, I didn't know
scary
nothing.
dead,
I'm
like
know
sleep,
nothing.
bitch.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
Let's hear about it. Let's hear about
I'm
it.
excited.
So I
Oh, you
told-
excited. Oh yeah, you're good. Oh yeah, you're a good mom. You're a good mom.
So right now, when Blueface, Chrisean was just telling me, Blueface didn't want the baby, they'll get the baby done. So you're ready, baby. That's what he did. That's what she normally did. That's what she normally did. Got rid of the baby. So he's here comparing Jada was on a live about she just had a fighting. She wrote a month in Illinois. It's like, she's a good mom. She's not gonna have her kid on no weird stuff. But Jada Lexi just came out, and nothing against the LGBT community, but to me that's weird stuff to me. To women, right? It's like, hey, and they also was with Chrisean, and they were riding around town and drunk. She had it in the house. They tore the house up. So at this point, y'all, he's trying to compare Jaden to Chrisean, and I can see the difference. Jaden is a little bit more classy, more adult, more chill, from what we see. But we also seen trashy, drunk, fighting, fall out, pissy Jaden as well. So we also seen their kids hungry with no food in the cabinets as well. So before you get to comparing, let's just make sure each person can compete what they're comparing. I just think they come from 2 different backgrounds, just 2 different situations, and he decided to have a baby with both of them. Even if he didn't intend for Chrisean Rocks to get pregnant and keep it this time, they definitely didn't use birth control. They didn't do anything to prevent her from having a baby. So.
They gon' question the side.
They don't question it because who you have our baby? She riding on the car, pregnant.
Mom, I don't want to have a baby no more. I'm getting an abortion tomorrow.
Why? I don't believe in that. Children are for the future. It's not for today.
And I made a video. If you haven't watched that video, I said, who would get Chrisean Jr. if Chrisean happened to get locked up? Would you think Clarissa would get the baby? Would you think that Jonathan Sear would get the baby? Would you think that Chrisean's mother would get the baby? Do you think that Chrisean's sisters, families, etc. would get the baby? Well, Chrisean Rocks already let her mom know. She wasn't willing to give her the baby, but they was here. So we can kind of eliminate her. We know she's beefing with all her sisters, so we can kind of eliminate them as well. So, yeah. Friends don't hold up in court versus grandparents.
I get it. But I was just saying.
Well, give it to me.
Hell no.
I don't believe that now, Sean. I had 12.
Ma, he don't want to have a kid. I damn near don't want to have a kid. I'm like, yo, I already made up my mind. You made up your mind just because you changed your mind because you're mad. I'm not going back on it.
So you wasn't going to let him change?
The first child for a woman is detrimental to their life. Because I don't want to sign her up for 18 years of responsibility.
We're going to go through whatever we got to go through with. And I'm with you.
Oh, shut the
What
fuck
Chrisean wants is at the bottom of my feet.
What are you hitting low for? He did not want this baby, y'all. He did not believe the DNA test results. And we got to hold him accountable because just as much as she's responsible, without him, there would have been no pregnancy. There would have been no baby. He needs to be held responsible too. They both had enough money and time and resources to get birth control. Okay? So she's not all at fault in this situation. There should have been some preventative steps taken, but there were none. And so, yeah, as he says, he's stuck with her.
Very much stuck.
You're not stuck with him.
I know. stuck with a child bite.
Babe, why are we together? Why is we doing this? You don't want a baby with me. Why don't...
Look me in my eyes when you lie to me, baby.
Nobody's lying to you. Can you stop talking to me crazy now?
So are you ending it or no?
I don't know, but baby, I'm strong enough. I might just redo a pregnancy a better time. And I got...
How you just decide I'm gonna just redo a pregnancy at a better time? If you knew he did not want a baby the first time, okay, let's grant it. Maybe you didn't know he didn't want the baby the first time. So the first abortion, you should have got on birth control. You was there at a facility that could have put birth control inside you. Okay, so you abort the first one, then you abort the second one, and then still no birth control. So then you abort the third one. And then guess what, guys? Again, still no birth control. And so she ends up pregnant for the fourth time. That Blueface, according to her own words, not mine.
Far along, and we go through something else again. He like, kill it. I'm like, bitch, I'm already 5 months. It's too late.
It's way too late.
So they definitely did try to, there was a time where she went and she told the people that she wanted to get an abortion, but they told her she was too far. She was too far along. She was too far along. And she had the baby, and it didn't go as planned, and he continued to deny the baby and not taking responsibility for his actions as well, causing turmoil. She made a diss track that will forever be on the internet, that will be forever be out here against her child's father. And when her child gets older, to be able to see these things, these actions that took place, and the things that was done, and how each other feel. The baby's gonna grow up and feel how all of his family feels about him. His dad, his mom, his grandmas, his aunts. He's gonna be able to go on the internet and see, because Chrisean is the big baby. She is a legendary star right now. She's somebody who's trending. She's everywhere, all over the vlogs. Everybody knows her songs, from Take Your Beat to Vibe. The one about her baby father, about Blueface, and a lot of people are wondering, like, how did Chrisean go from bubbly and sweet Chrisean to this? Well, into Blueface. A lot of people started to see Chrisean Rocks because they had a Blue Girls Club or something like that, where it was a bunch of women put in one house and they did different things to kind of, prove their loyalty to them or whatnot. And so Chrisean started going viral for these fights. So I'll just let you guys see a couple.
I'm not talking to myself.
We started to see Chrisean just all over the internet. This is how we found out who Chrisean was. And a lot of people started to follow her. A lot of people like the drama, especially the young, 40 and under, they like the drama. She was willing to fight for her love, to prove her loyalty to him. Like, that's, you want to sit by him courtside, y'all. Sit by him courtside and cheer him on as he put his hands on other people. Like, that's what it is. Too fucking old to be acting like this. She gets up with the baddies, where she connected with Zeus Network and connected with the baddies. So she partook in the baddies, and she took in a couple of fights on there with Natalie Lynn and a few other people. Things she just started ringing bells, and she started to trend, and she was everywhere. And she was known for being able to fight. And then she's also known for the fights with Blueface.
Got her little shit snatched up. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Why you want to show people what you did to me?
I didn't do it.
The fuck this is him. Busted lip, busted nose. You lying.
Sometimes I question, because she was pregnant on 4 different occasions. So he was whooping her, y'all. She was always fighting. So she was always fighting while she was pregnant. At some point, she was pregnant during these fights. And a lot of guys are probably wondering, like, yo, so where's her dad? Well, there we are. They're fighting everybody. Moms, dads, sisters, cousins, aunties, uncles. They didn't mind. And Chrisean decided she was going to stand by her man against any.
Right there. Fuck out of here, nigga. Oh, yeah. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, we done already boxed. You done already tried all that shit. Come on.
And I fought you with my left one, nigga.
It's a lot
Name the
of
time and place, bro.
tension. Let's not
Wherever,
ask you.
whenever, however, bro, I'll beat you the fuck up.
Hey, Blue,
Yeah.
I mean, she fought everybody. Mom, dad, sister, anybody that came before her. She was going to fight. And she meant that. She wanted to prove her love for her man. There's a fight with, two random girls she happened to see in Carl Blueface. And she decided she would put hands on them. Chrisean Rocks was dealing with a lot of emotional baggage that she didn't know how to communicate or express other than through violence. She gonna stand by her man, right or wrong. Chrisean and Blueface began to pick up so many charges for this, for that, charges, warrants and stuff like that, which leads us to her current situation where she is being sued. Okay, she's being sued for allegedly putting her hands on James Wright. She's told us she's gonna stick beside her man no matter what. And it's a reason behind it. And one thing I want to know, let's go back to this picture. Let me find it real quick, guys. You see she got those 3 crosses. 1, 2, 3. Those for those 3 babies. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's the cross for Jesus. It was the 3 crosses, the cross in the middle was Jesus and the 2 sinners beside him. But it's kind of, let me know what y'all think in the comments. How do we go from this Chrisean? Happy, bubbly, outgoing. And she said when she was younger, she was a baby, so she didn't have to fight. It wasn't until she come into it with Blueface that we seen this raw side of her where she had a point to prove, where she needed the validation from this man. And she seeked it from this man. She's facing legal situations right now, y'all, because she didn't learn to keep her hands to herself. She didn't deal with the pain. And we're going to get into that. We're going to definitely get into that to see the reason why we got Chrisean that we got now. How she had that change, that 360.
Woman has an abortion, there are many consequences. There are physical ones, but there are also unseen spiritual ones. Rosa Amada Perez, a Catholic Colombian model, shares what she experienced in a 2013 documentary, Tierra de María, Mary's Land.
Pero cuando más me entregaba al Señor, más me atacaba el enemigo, el demonio.
Perez claims the closer she would get to the Lord after her abortion, the more the enemy would attack her. She would feel a strong presence at night, so she began sleeping with a knife and a Bible in her bed.
Rock. I know you don't like that name, but you are the Rock.
You had the power, Sean. Your first words was hallelujah.
All
right. Do you think you're going to get away with it, my child? Do you?
Excuse me. I had to go grab my charger. Let me see. So what was going on? Oh, yeah.
Sean, your first words was hallelujah. All right. Do you think you're going to get away with it, my child? Do you?
Does she think she's going to get away with continuously having abortions? No. And even if she doesn't completely understand the fullness of the abortion process and religious aspect of it. Unless she doesn't know, I just kind of feel like they know. You know, we could definitely see a change in this girl. Definite change in Chrisean Rocks. So let's go back to day one when they finally met. They first met here. She's so pretty. Teeth are still, bright. She stayed to the end. And one of the reasons, besides, because we seen that Chrisean Rocks wasn't the best fighter. She was willing to fight, but she wasn't the best fighter. I think they signed her for the publicity, the drama, and the fact that she continuously gave up her children. Let's get into it. Pay attention to this necklace. But she won a label.
I have a vision. I couldn't execute it because too many people tell me.
Okay. Pay attention to the two necklaces that she has on her neck currently. Listen to what she's saying. Pay attention to her energy. Pay attention to her body language. Pay attention to her tone of voice and listen to what she's saying.
One thing, want to rush it. I don't know, my nigga. I just didn't do what I wanted to do. That's all I gotta say. I don't care what nobody say. That shit was weird for me.
It was weird to her, okay? She had a vision that she couldn't execute. She looks like she's under the weather. She says she's not doing well, okay? She's definitely coping. It's a coping mechanism for her, smoking. Pay attention to the necklace, guys. So she's basically saying it was weird that everybody kind of had their mouth in decision for her to have an abortion.
Too many people tell me one thing, want to rush it. I don't know, my nigga. I just didn't do what I wanted to do. That's all I gotta say. I don't care what nobody say. That shit was weird for me.
Negro Project, an initiative supported by Black leaders, such as civil rights activist W.E.B. Du Bois. Critics claim the program used the pretense of better health and family planning for poor Blacks in the South as an attempt to limit the Black race.
If you're not prepared for a baby, practice abstinence. Use contraceptives like birth control, condoms, abstinence. I'm just trying to say abortion is not birth control. She came in a plan. She came in with the plan to have a baby by this man. She had a vision to have a baby by this man. I feel like he took advantage of that. Just they will go back and forth. Oh, I want the baby by you. I don't. I want the baby. No, I don't. I want the baby. I don't. And how many children was she willing to sacrifice her faith? Because I'm pretty sure they were really willing to do away with her if she didn't if she decided to keep the baby and not get the abortion.
Says some on the left grapple with Sanger's past and how to interpret her legacy.
They know when she writes about human weeds, they know that it's repulsive. They know it's disgusting. The left will never abandon Margaret Sanger because if they do, she's the foundation of so many of their views.
Argue she even wanted to exterminate the Black race. Others are trying to erase that part of her past.
The Mike Wallace interview. In the eyes of some, Margaret Sanger has been a heroine. In the eyes of others, she's been a destructive force.
In her own words, Sanger pushed for a society that limited births to those she deemed fit to have children.
I think the greatest sin in the world is bringing children into the world that have disease from their parents, that have no chance in the world to be a human being, practically. Delinquents, prisoners, all sorts of things just marked when they're born.
Can we say that would have been the case for her kids? That it would have been full of disease, marked when they were born with a criminal record? I mean, they had the resources. So, I mean, I'm not sure if this kind of fits the narrative of proper reason to do away with children. But it's more to just, oh, I don't want this baby. It's not a real baby to us here. It's more to that because they take these babies, y'all. We'll get to it. Believe you me, we'll get to it. They take these babies and do research. They put it in the food. They put it in different beauty products. They live off babies. They live off the melanin in the Black community. They stay young off these babies. So it's more than just, oh, I'm just doing away with, a clump of cells that haven't formed yet. No, they know the Planned Parenthood had got in trouble because a reporting came out of them saying how they try not to crush certain organs and areas of the fetus during the abortion process so they can sell these parts for quote unquote scientific research. But it's more than that, because how many babies do you need? I remember watching, I think it was like, don't quote me, it was one of these like doctor shows. I wanted to say it was like one of these shows had Steve Harvey on it, and it was something that he rubbed on his skin, and they was like, yeah, that's made up of foreskin. Y'all be surprised they put these babies in. So yeah, the whole necklace.
What's going on with the kids? Like, why is there so many beautiful kids? Not just kids, like families, people, but I ain't gonna hold you. I seen more kids than adults dying. Like, I'm gonna educate myself after this live.
In this live, earlier in this live, Chrisean said, I never felt this way. I never felt grief. I never had to mourn for anybody. But you got rid of 3 of your own children and you never had to mourn for anybody. She's saying, is it a war going on? Yeah, it's a spiritual war. But your war shit,
it's nothing I can do, because all I do is, all I got is a passport. So what am I gonna do? Fly over there and tell them stop. Like, is it like, I just need to know. Is we in a war and we all, like, who's, like, I need to just educate myself. All I seen, like, I know y'all seen it. All I seen was just kids dead or just videotaped.
Life starts in the womb. Again, life starts in the womb. How can you feel for someone else's child and not feel for the 3 that you got rid of?
I'm just like, oh my God.
And then I'll abort this shit. Like, ooh.
You did a lot.
I have blood on her hand. Real blood. Did you also know that the Bible says that if you offer your children, you should be cast out from your people and stoned to death? Well, modern day stoning looks different. I feel like they dragging her on Facebook, how they dragging her on social media, they dragging her on the blogs. It's like a stoning a little bit, yes. She's not around her friends, she's not around her family. This is all spiritual. Chrisean is being set apart for the blood on her hands, the war inside of her. Yeah, it's a war, sweet honey. It's a war, a spiritual one. What talks about the spiritual effects and consequences of abortion. I feel as though the people, our management, people higher up, like people higher up, or in her management department, her team, not her team, more so his team, his team. I believe they into all that dark stuff. They would know about blood sacrifices, human sacrifices, because those things do still exist. They don't think I'm crazy. Don't think I don't. Don't think I'm crazy because Young Thug, who's currently on trial right now, his co-defendant was charged or is in a process. They're trying to charge him for sacrificing a goat. They understand sacrifice. The music industry understands sacrifice, blood for blood. They understand the power of the blood. They understand the power of life, of death, and the concept, and the power in both of them, and all of it. So even if Chrisean did, I feel like those people that was advising her, all those people that she was talking about, knew. Yeah, they was like, we don't need you to have a baby, but in the same breath, they didn't do anything to prevent her from continuously getting pregnant, knowing that the outcome would be an abortion. Do you kind of see that, where we can kind of get that sacrifice energy coming in? Instead of preventing the situation, you allow it to occur so you can have a specific outcome. And Chrisean Rocks' fame took off. She took off. Her career took off. Not because she was talented. The girl's not talented. She's a good personality. Like, when she wants to have fun, she's not even crazy. As far as true talent, she didn't come up from talent. They didn't get on. Blueface and Chrisean didn't get on off of talent. We only know Tatiana, and that's it. And then we know from all the drama. The only reason why they're relevant is because of all the drama. The only reason why she got so much fans because all the drama. They felt sorry for what she was going through. But she continuously put herself through it. You had 3 abortions by this man. How many times does a person tell you they don't want you? I digress.
Hey, I'm here for the big show.
Generations of filmmakers have depicted the issue of abortion, from stories about illegal procedures to perfectly legal and uneventful abortions, and even the abortion pill. So, following the Supreme Court decision to strike down Roe, how will a new reality in America begin to make its way onto screens?
I'll tell you how. Through our actors. They put it in our face. Do you remember 16 and Pregnant, 15 and Pregnant, 14 and Pregnant, The American Life of a Teenager, Juno, Walmart Baby, all these freaking teenage pregnancies they push in our face. One show that practiced abstinence or educated you on sex ed and reproduction and all that stuff, but instead they glorify teen pregnancy. They gave them shows, they gave them money, they gave them fame. So the line was blurred on whether it was right or wrong. And then they pushed the abortion through everybody else. They pushed the abortion. There's movies about abortions. And guess who they target? The teens. The music say go out and sell yourself and be a thought and be a hoe. And be this and be that. And they say go take a plan B. Go get you an abortion. Instead of saying you're worth the wait. You find someone to want to be with, and then wait until you guys are ready to have a child before you conceive a child. So then you don't have to deal with the spiritual consequences of abortion, because there are spiritual consequences of abortion.
Insert a speculum. It's going to cause some pressure. Here it goes. This is it.
Nigga, fuck, talking about what hurt. Let me tell you what hurt, nigga. When you told me get rid of the babies and then have a baby with a bitch you're not even with. That's what really hurt.
I would have to say that sadly, it continues to be the dark secret. The dark secret. And it is a profoundly disturbing topic. And so women are not talking.
For years, McDermott carried her own dark secret before realizing she couldn't deny its impact on her life anymore.
I realized that this life of pretense was something that I could not keep up for the rest of my life. Some women go into meltdown immediately after an abortion procedure, and others can keep things buttoned down for a long time, and I was one of those. But there was a deadness and a flatness and a grayness to my life that I just could no longer deny. And wonderful things were happening around me, but I just didn't feel as if I could engage with joy. I just had refused to go to that place where I could resolve that loss.
I don't think Chrisean had time to grieve. She said she didn't grieve. She never really. I mean, we've seen a little bit of a breakdown, but not really having help
had her
in dealing with the abortion trauma. It's a violent act on your body. Nobody really speaks on the after effects of the abortion. How it really hurts, how it haunts you. How you live and regret not knowing, did you do the right thing or not? Will you be forgiven or not? Somebody got to speak up for the innocent. That baby was innocent. And who's speaking up for it? Us. Don't judge me for doing God's work. Judge me by my fruit. No sin is greater or less than any other, but I believe that when you're dealing with blood, it's different. It's different when you deal with blood and life. We're not God. So if you wasn't ready, you shouldn't have had it. Chrisean's situation is different than everybody else's. She's over, she's grown. She has the resources, she has the help. What would prevent her from, they prevented her from doing it. She never got to deal with it. She never got to deal with it. She had to suck it up.
Planned Parenthood is on the defensive this morning, facing an investigation of its practices. An undercover video alleges the reproductive health organization sells body parts from abortions.
So when you think about it's just an abortion. Oh, it's not. It's selling.
The group says the claims are flat out untrue. Jan Crawford is in Washington, where 3 congressional committees are now getting involved. Jan, good morning.
Well, good morning. So the video was secretly recorded by the anti-abortion group as part of a 2.5-year sting operation. Here, 2 members posed as employees of a biotech firm to get access to a top doctor at Planned Parenthood. And over lunch, they recorded the whole conversation.
Clarify what exactly.
So I did have it, but I ended up taking it out. Basically, she said that they just are careful about how they do the process, the procedure, so they don't crush any of the important organs. And they usually sell for anywhere like $60 to $100, a little bit over $100 per fetus. Okay, that's what that was. And here we have the Satanic Temple, who stepped out and this is a year old. It's actual interview, and they were talking about expansion. So it's further than New Mexico. It's reached a couple of the other states, several of the other states in the United States. Okay, the Satanic Temple offers abortion services. They also, with their abortion services, they also offer abortion rituals. Okay?
We're doing. So the Satanic Temple has already launched. So we've been open since yesterday, February 14th. A telehealth religious abortion clinic that is providing material support for those who want to have to engage in the religious abortion ritual. So as Satanists, we are guided by our sincere and deeply held beliefs. And so those beliefs hold that we have an inviolable right to make decisions about our own bodies, and that those decisions are ours alone to make and should be based on our best scientific understanding of the world.
Your body, your choice. But once again, I just want to say, if you have the resources, why would you use abortion as a form of birth control? Unless there's something dark going on. There are really people who believe in sacrificing children. And Satanists fall under a religious guideline where what they do, nobody can judge them for, because that's their religion. And they have the right to practice their religion. And so the most sinister things that you can think of, these people get away with because they're quote-unquote Satanists. Now let's go back to that whole necklace situation. When I said pay attention to the necklace, right? So when she was giving that,
Yeah. Welcome to the team, to the label, to the gang. Put that on, okay?
Okay. So remember I said pay attention to the chain. She's got this queen chain on. This queen chain. So this picture, this video, him gifting her that chain happened after an abortion. And not much later after that abortion. I'm going to tell you why, because the nails.
You put that
You put it on, guys.
Okay.
All right, let me see.
Let me see. Are you serious?
Get it right. Let me see.
I don't want to cry. Why are you recording? Stop recording.
Welcome to the team.
This is pretty.
The gang.
It was too much longer. She still had the chain.
Don't start doing that. New kid on the block.
It's a slap. Hey, Nino.
Flip it around.
Flip it around. You flip it around.
All right, now you gotta take this. Okay. Look.
Oh.
All right, go ahead. Flip it around. Yeah, I just snatched her.
So, to smooth things over, basically, he gave her a chain. And that's why I said in that Baddies East reunion, when they gift their women with jewelry after doing these sacrifices. It may not be a sacrifice in the woman's act, but they know what is going on. That's how their success keeps going, guys. He rewarded her this because it wasn't for talent. He felt bad for her. That's why he kept her and signed her onto the label. He said it out of his own mouth. He felt bad for her. Her 2-pack got broke. She had 3 abortions. He felt bad for her. We could have kicked her out now. She got beat up. We could kick her out now. We'll keep her. But the thing is, he really did yank your chain. You know what it means? Somebody say they snatched your chain. You know what that means? Let me see. Give me 1 second. It means to deceive somebody. Snatch a chain. 1 second, bear with me, guys. Chain snatch is a term used. Okay. It is a symbolically demoralizing and blatant sign of disrespect and dominance that a person can assert. In some cases, rappers and entertainers get the chain snatched while flossing in another city, and the perpetrators circulate the news and social media outlets. This is a demoralizing and blatant sign of disrespect. Okay? Him snatching that chain like that. And she thought she was doing something. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get back into it.
Okay, all right.
Let me see.
Hi.
All right.
Damn, is this pink?
Yeah.
Your plans to have more kids? Do you want more kids in the future? Your plans to have more kids? Do you want more kids in the future?
I always knew I wanted to be a mom. I always knew I wanted to have.
Your plans to have more kids? Do you want more kids in the future?
I always knew I wanted to be a mom. I always knew I wanted to have 12 kids.
She always knew she wanted to be a mom. She always knew she wanted to have 12 kids. Baby girl, you 4 away in. You 4 down.
So 1 down.
4 down.
1 on the
3 down. 3 down. She took out 3. And we got this baby here. But she played around like she was having another one. Do y'all remember when she said, "Oh, I'm pregnant again"? Basically. This is basically what she's saying in this clip. Where's the baby at? Think about it, y'all.
way. And how was the last 10 to go? So
We gotta watch this, I don't know. You just came out and said you had another. I mean, was you just doing that for, clickbait? Was you doing it for attention? And it makes me worry because you just give up a baby. Where's the baby now? Where's the baby now? I don't want to get copyright.
When you go out and look for the Planned Parenthood, you have to drive to certain neighborhoods to find those clinics. There's a reason that they place them geographically there so that they're in walking distance. Do that same test in your hometown and then take a look at, well, where do they geographically locate these clinics? And then you've got to start asking the question, why?
Why? Why do they put them where they put them? In the Black communities? Why do they put them in the minority communities? Why do they put them where we are? You can go to the country, you can go to the hills, you can go to Beverly Hills, you can go to nice rich neighborhoods and you won't see that. But my thing is Chrisean had to go out her way. She had to go out her way. I just don't understand, and I really believe that she sacrificed her babies for fame and for Blueface. And y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Hit that like button. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thank you guys for watching from the beginning to the end. Y'all my true day ones, my true G's. And when I say y'all my true G's, I mean my true groundbreaking elites. Y'all been here with me from the beginning, and I appreciate y'all. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. And I'll get back with y'all in the next one. I'm gone.